In today's video, we will be looking at 10 UFC fighters who went into boxing and failed. So stay tuned to learn more about these MMA stars who thought they could break the mold. Let's jump right in. Number 10. Melvin Guillard. Melvin "Young Assassin" Guillard was once one of the top lightweight fighters in the MMA. He did his professional debut in 2002. He entered into the UFC with a solid record of 16-4-2, 1-C from other smaller organizations. Some of the notable achievements of the Young Assassin includes 2 Fight of the Night bonuses and 3 Knockout of the Night bonuses. While in the UFC, Guillard was a knockout specialist, but he seems to have lost his touch, as he is now the one getting knocked out in boxing. In his most recent fight with Joe Riggs in a BKFC match, Melvin was once again brutally knocked out by a punch from Joe. The loss from this fight increased Guillard's straight loss so far to 9. Prior to this issue of Guillard losing fights was a major concern among many of his fans on social media, seeing how badly he had been performing recently. Number 9. Leonard Garcia, 2-1. Leonard "Bad Boy" Garcia is a retired American MMA fighter who knew how to put up a good show for fans with his impressive skills. Almost all the bouts he participated in were memorable, and this made him a fan favorite. Garcia debuted into the UFC in 2007 by fighting against Roger Huerta, and this fight was considered one of the best fights of the year. The Plainview-born fighter is also a former Legacy FC featherweight champion. Garcia debuted into the bare knuckle at BKFC 4 USA vs Mexico. Although the transition wasn't easy, the UFC Bad Boy still managed to defeat Julian Lane by a second-round TKO. Garcia's next bare knuckle boxing match was against Jimmy Ellers on August 10, 2019. Garcia lost this fight by a first-round technical knockout. On March 16, 2021, Garcia retired from combat sports after headlining BKFC 16 opposite Joe Elmore. The fight lasted for an exciting 5-round with Garcia winning via a unanimous decision. This fight was Garcia's last of 3-bout contract. Number 8. Ricco Rodriguez. Ricco "Suave" Rodriguez was one of the outstanding fighters in the heavyweight division with notable wins such as Andrei Arlovsky and Randy Couture in the UFC Heavyweight Championship in 2002. Suave has been a professional competitor since 1999 and has competed for several promotions, which includes UFC, Pride, Fighting Championships, Elite XC, International Fight League, BAMA, World Extreme Cage Fighting, and Bellator. Rodriguez lost his place in UFC and Pride after he lost 3 straight bouts in these 2 promotions and was never invited back. Rodriguez has one of the most accomplished submission game. Rodriguez had a brief boxing career after making his professional boxing debut on October 12, 2006. Rodriguez defeated Brandon Baker by knockout. His second professional boxing bout was on July 8, 2008, and he lost via a split decision to Davies. Number 7. Luis Pena, 0-1. Luis "Violent Bob Ross" Pena has been one of the unique characters in the UFC since he debuted in 2018 when he fought against Richie Smolin. Although this might come as a surprise to most MMA fans, Pena did try out boxing before signing up with UFC. This experiment ended really badly for Pena as all the bouts were winless for him. He left boxing in 2017 with a record of 0-1. His first fight in boxing was against Vaughn Alexander, and he lost via a TKO in the 3rd round. This fight took place on 12th May 2017. Undeterred, Pena went in for the next fight against Javis Williams on 17th July 2017, where he received his second loss in the 6th round. Pena finally called it quits when he fought on November 18th, 2017, when he fought with the Mexican Erasmo Gracia. The bout ended in a draw in the 6th round. Number 6. John Moraga, 1-3. John Anthony Moraga is an American professional boxer and mixed martial artist who competed as a flyweight in MMA and as a featherweight in boxing. Just before signing up with UFC, Moraga debuted against Jose Marufo and lost the bout via a unanimous decision. After he was released by UFC in 2019, he found his way back to the boxing ring. Moraga was welcomed back to boxing by Brendan Foss. Moraga won this bout by a second-round technical knockout. However, Moraga has failed to get another win since his first bout, as he had lost 2 consecutive fights to Duke Reagan and Mark Castro. Number 5. Frank Mir, 0-1. Francisco Frank Santos Mir is an American fighter with very exceptional record of the most finishes and submission victories in the UFC heavyweight history. He competed in the Ultimate Fighting Championship UFC for 16 years and was a 2-time UFC heavyweight champion. His tenure as the champion tops up the chart as the most uninterrupted tenure of any fighter in UFC history. Other of his outstanding wins includes the likes of Antonio Nogueira and Mirko Cro Cop. Although Mir's striking skill is not well known, he decided to make his professional boxing debut against the cruiserweight boxing champion Antonio Tarver on April 17th on the undercard of Jake Paul vs Ben Askren. Tarver later pulled out from the bout and was replaced by IBF cruiserweight champion Steve Cunningham. Mir lost the bout by a unanimous decision. Number 4. Mark Hunt, 0-1. Mark Richard the Super Samoan Hunt is a former New Zealand mixed martial artist and kickboxer who currently resides in Sydney, Australia. Hunt was one of the hardest hitters in the UFC. He is also the winner of the 2001 K1 World Grand Prix. The New Zealand fighter was often referred to by his fans as the King of Walk-Offs due to the way he constantly walks away before the referee even ends the bout officially. Immediately Hunt was released from the UFC in 2018, he decided to resume his boxing career. In 2000, Hunt had participated in 2 boxing bouts. However, he was welcomed back to the world of boxing by Paul Gallen in 2020. Hunt lost the bout via a competitive and controversial decision. Comment, like, and subscribe. We hope you have been enjoying the video so far. Do let us know what you think about this in the comment section. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe for more MMA content. Number 3. Tyron Woodley. Tyron Woodley was one of the greatest welterweights in the history of UFC. However, he fell drastically by first of all losing his championship title at the UFC 235 to Kamaru Usman. Woodley went on to lose 3 more consecutive bouts before finally winning the Jake Paul sweepstakes in 2021. In August 2021, Woodley faced Jake Paul. He lost the bout via a split decision, and as a result of this loss, he had to get the words "I love Jake Paul" inked on his finger. This was in fulfillment of the agreement that he had made with the former YouTuber turned professional boxer Jake Paul. Number 2. Tito Ortiz, 0-1. Tito Ortiz is another great fighter who also lost his touch gradually, and this was most likely due to the fact that Ortiz was fighting way past his prime. In 2021, Ortiz decided to disregard nature and then step into the boxing ring when he was debatably 15 years past his best days. At the Triller Fight Club 3, Ortiz faced a fellow MMA fighter in person of Anderson Silva. Ortiz lost the fight in the first round via a knockout. Number 1. Ben Askren, 0-1. Benjamin Michael Askren is an American former professional mixed martial artist and amateur wrestler. Askren has competed in several promotions such as Bellator and UFC. He is the former Bellator welterweight champion. He had a very long tenure of more than a decade before moving to the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Ben Askren is one fighter with very poor striking skills even while he was in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. So definitely, Jake Paul saw this coming when he chose Askren for a bout. However, most fans of combat sports thought Askren will be able to pull it off, but the outcome of the fight proved that they were totally wrong. Throughout the fight that lasted for 2 minutes, Askren displayed a little technique and lost the bout by a knockout. As the MMA continues to expand, more and more fighters will likely cross over to the sport of boxing as they think they can step in and topple the kings over there. So as fans of combat sports, we should brace up and expect anything. And that wraps it up for today's video. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Goodbye.